Hi, my name is Andy Traub with TakePermission.com. I want to encourage you to have some conflict. Now, most of us run from conflict because conflict isn't fun. Peace is fun, right? And I don't enjoy conflict, but I enjoy what conflict brings me, which is clarity. So we're going to talk about how you can use conflict to create clarity in your relationships and in your work, internally and externally. So I've listed some things that bring up tension in our lives. And we're going to talk about how to have mature conflict so that you can have clarity. So these apply internally and externally, but if you spend some time with family, it's sort of holiday season, late 2015, you might want to use some of these. But mostly I think you're going to want to use them in your relationships at home and in your relationships at work. This is something I teach my corporate clients to use in the workplace. So let's talk about first where we have conflict. So one of the first ones is with mistrust. That is that you're working with someone and that somehow you've lost trust with them. You're skeptical of their motivations, if you will, or they've wronged you in some way. So that's where you have some mistrust. Hurt. Now, we don't understand this usually, but hurt is actually the root of anger. If you are angry about something, it's because you've been hurt. So these are actually the same. We think they're different, but because you've been hurt, your anger will come out. So these are really connected. And this is very, very common. As a man, I am most hurt when my ego is affected, when I feel disrespected. And that is how I most often get angry, because I am hurt. You've hurt my ego. And ego is not a bad thing. Ego is having pride in yourself, having confidence in yourself. And if someone hurts my ego, intentionally or unintentionally, then I get angry. So hurt and anger is another place where conflict could sort of, internal conflict or frustration can come. Jealousy. Jealousy is a tricky one. We have to admit that we want something someone else has. And so that's where jealousy comes from. Confusion. If someone is just confusing us, why are you acting this way? Right? There's confusion there. They're your boss, but they don't lead you very well. That's where confusion can come. A lot of times in marital relationships, dating relationships, relationships with your kids, there's confusion as in, why are you acting this way? Right? And the last one is just fear. Sometimes people fear that if they bring up something, that there will be some repercussions for that. They fear the actions of another person. Now, this probably doesn't apply if you're in a physically fearful relationship. You need to get help outside of that. I'm not going to encourage you to confront the person. But for all these other situations, I want to encourage you, there's 3 things you need to do to have great conflict. The first thing is it needs to be honest. So don't start with, hey, it's not a big deal, but. Start with, hey, I'm really hurt, or I'm really mad, I'm really confused. I'm dealing with some jealousy here. I don't trust you, right? So first, be honest about what the real issue is, and you're going to have a conversation with the person. The second is it's direct. Direct does not mean an email. Direct does not mean a text. Direct means you talk to the person, preferably just the 2 of you. So direct is that you're going to take time, separate it, and this could be 10 minutes. Right? It doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out deal. But if you're going to have healthy conflict, then you have to have honest conversation with the person, tell them really how you're feeling, and then second, you have to be direct. Right? You can do this. Third is it has to be mature. So if you take out any of these, if you're really honest and you say, hey, this is really how I feel, you're direct, you talk to them directly, but you do it in an immature way, then you can start to add lots of accusatory language. You could raise your voice really quickly. Now, I'm not telling you that when you have conflict with someone, you're not going to have some feelings and emotions come out. I think that's fine. They should know how you really feel. They should know how hurt you are. But to have honest, direct, and mature conflict, that's how you're going to really get to clarity. So let's just say you have honest and mature, but you don't have direct. So you say, hey, I really want to talk to you about this. You've really hurt my feelings. And you do that in a mature, measured way, but you don't do it directly to them. Maybe you tell someone else that tells them, or you just sort of write them a letter. That's not going to get it done. right? This doesn't, again, have to be a really long conversation. And honestly, when I teach people this in more of a corporate setting, if they have honest, direct, and mature conflict, it doesn't take very long. Okay, these equal very short periods of time. It's when we drag it out, when we're indirect, when we're not mature, and we talk to other people, right? Or we get highly emotional and we take everything personally. We think this person's out to get us. That's not a very mature perspective. And then honest is really just talking about the specific times that it happened. Honesty also includes just being clear about how you were hurt. So on the other side of conflict, right, you have to go through conflict, right? There's no way around it, right? There's no holes here. You have to go through conflict, honest, direct, and mature. That's how you're going to get clarity. So this is something I teach my corporate clients. If there's something in your workspace you want to talk to me about, obviously you can reach out to me, Andy@takepermission.com, or just click on that About tab on takepermission.com. This is also good in your personal relationships. I run these things called Take Permission groups, and it's where I teach you how to take permission. And taking permission is saying, I'm going to take permission to have conflict in an honest, direct, and mature way. And I teach people how to do this in their personal lives as well as their professional lives. If you're interested in a Take Permission group, there'll be a button below this video on takepermission.com. So I encourage you, if you want clarity in your life, you want clarity in your relationships, if you want peace, then I encourage you to have mature, honest, and direct conflict. My name is Andy Traub with takepermission.com. Let me know how this works for you. Let me know what questions you have about how to use conflict in a healthy way to improve your life and your relationships. Thanks for listening. God bless. Again, my name is Andy Traub with takepermission.com.